Hi, I'm Tim Lightbourne, co-founder from Invivo Wines New Zealand. Invivo is a New Zealand wine producer. We produce wines from both Marlborough and Central Otago. We work with about 5 growers around the country. My other co-founder is Rob Cameron, who's also the winemaker. He works directly with each of our growers. He's with them almost weekly around the country, and he produces the wine, and we produce our wine in Blenheim and also up north in Mangawai Heads. So yeah, there are advantages for us. We can grow very quick. We can also produce different wines. If a certain market is after a specific grape variety, we can locate a grower that grows that, so we're not sort of stuck with our one vineyard and one grape type. And for us, we're trying to be a little bit innovative in what we do. So for example, with Sauvignon Blanc, we launched a low-calorie, 9% alcohol Sauvignon Blanc. It has 30% less calories, sold out in 3 months last year, so producing a lot more this year. So there's things that we can do to help sort of sell our wine through and get through that sort of wine glut that's out there at the moment. We export now to 10 countries around the world, our key markets at the moment being UK and Australia, with Asia also starting to really pick up for us, the Japan, China and Taiwan. Been quite active in those markets. We've been up to Taiwan twice in the last 12 months, hosting tastings and things like that. We also have some interesting sort of other emerging markets, the likes of Central and Eastern Europe, Bulgaria, up to the Baltics. Lithuania is going quite well for us, so some really interesting sort of markets, but definitely our key being Australia and the UK. For us, very early on in the piece, we decided to take a unique strategy in terms of supporting the creative industry. So right from our label, which is quite different, it was designed by New Zealand fashion designer Zambezi, to supporting music and also the arts. So for example, I was in Venice last month at the Venice Biennale. We hosted a Kiwi barbecue in Venice. We invited 300 people, 700 turned up to drink Kiwi wine. So it's taking a strategy, working with creative industries and developing that right through from the bottle to activities we do around the world. Yeah, make no mistake, we want to be a global wine producer. We want a consistent strategy from market to market. So for example, working in the UK, we're working with art galleries and things like that. So, and over in Australia, we sponsor an art gallery as well. So it's developing a global brand with a consistent strategy. Yeah, it's a combination in terms of our exposure, the press side of things, so we're quite active there, and also working with the arts, but merging the two together. So for example, in Australia last year and in the UK at the moment, we teamed up with a group of New Zealand graffiti artists to graffiti a single wooden wine box, and we sent 30 of these wooden wine boxes to the Australian press, the likes of the Sydney Morning Herald, The Age in Melbourne, and these wine writers were opening these packages with the graffiti all over these boxes and just thinking, you know, what's going on here? And they're seeing our sort of wine bottle on the inside, and we talk about how we're working with these guys. We sponsored one of their events. So we're trying to cut through with press and doing some different things. We sponsored the Graham Norton show in the UK. We were invited to his show as well, which, you know, it was great exposure for us. But also PR in terms of working at fashion events and being at art events, serving the wine there ourselves. We go to quite a few different places to do that. So different ideas just to cut through. It's not about creating press just for the sake of it. It has to link back to the strategy. Yeah, they are important. The retailers and consumers like to see the bling, the gold on the bottles. So yeah, last year we won gold, Decanter World Wine Awards, which is one of the biggest in the world, and the 3 big wine competitions in the last 12 months, we've won either gold or silver. Also Air New Zealand do a tasting every 6 months, and we're the current Sauvignon Blanc on board Air New Zealand at the moment. So those sort of things all add up, because you can do all the press you want, but if the product doesn't deliver in terms of quality and the awards, then it's not going to. You're not going to make it. So it's important for us to see that we're producing quality as well. Well, generally your budgets won't be that huge when you're starting up. So in terms of the press and events in the market, so if you're selling to another country, try and do little events, try and show that the retailers that you're trying to do stuff to help them sell the product through. That's sort of key for us. As soon as we sell to a new market, we're on the phone trying to work out how we can help these guys sell the product. And in terms of other areas, the competitions and things like that, and just getting exposure, export awards, it all helps, it all builds up.